you'll post in.
Have you Mr. William Wainwright registered there?
Yes, sir. He checked in again this morning. Shall I ring?
Yes, please.
Hello?
Mr. Wainwright?
Speaking.
This is Paul Hanley, Calvin Hanley's son.
Oh, yes, Mr. Hanley. What can I do for you?
Well, sir, I think I may be able to do something for you.
Oh, and what's that?
I'd rather not talk about it on the phone. When could I see you?
Well, I have a rather busy afternoon. How about this evening?
Fine. At the inn?
Yes, come up to my room. It's 209.
Stanley, can I come in?
I'll be there at 7. Good.
I'm sorry this is late, but it wasn't really ready to hand in yesterday.
Allison, the perfectionist. The idealist. You have far too many virtues.
I don't drink and I don't smoke. I suppose that makes me pretty unbearable.
Positively dangerous.
Oh, how could a poor, harmless idealist like me possibly be dangerous?
No, only to yourself, Allison.
Now you're being obscure.
No, just cynical. If little girls who live in dream worlds are bound to get hurt, it's inevitable.
Nothing is inevitable.
Some things are. What if I were to tell you that Allison Mackenzie's world could topple at any given moment? All your solid values go up in a puff of smoke.
Then I would ask you 2 questions. How and why?
I'm afraid my impatient students are tearing my classroom apart.
Serves you right if they do. I think you enjoy confusing me.
Of course I do. Of course I do. It's one of my few pleasures.
Working hard?
Oh, not really. It's pretty slow today. I have to ring up this sale.
Sure, go ahead. Huh?
Where'd you get that?
Don't you recognize your own merchandise?
False eyelashes?
Yeah. Not bad, huh? Maybe I ought to grow one. What do you think?
I think you better take them off before the manager comes over and throws you out.
You just convinced me.
You know, I still feel terrible about...
Kitch?
Yeah. What he did to you.
I guess I kind of asked for it. You can tell Kitch I don't hold any grudges.
I'm not going to tell Kitch anything.
Did you have a fight?
Well, I'll say. We broke off. That is, I broke off with him.
Because of me?
Partly.
I'm sorry.
Why be sorry?
Well, I mean, if it was my fault.
Oh, I ought to thank you for giving me the excuse.
Well, you must have liked the guy.
I've got nothing for Kitch.
Then why were you dating him?
Anyway, that whole crowd was kind of wild. I'd just as soon not see any of them.
Maybe we could go out sometime. You know, take in a movie or something. Okay. I get the picture.
Norman, I'm really glad you asked me. Honestly.
Then why the big silence?
I was just wondering what your family would think.
What's my family got to do with it?
Your brother wasn't exactly thrilled when I came to see you at the hospital. I can imagine what he'd say if we started dating.
He's not going to say anything. He better not.
Please, Norman, I don't want to start any more trouble.
Do you think I'd let my brother decide who I'm going out with?
Well, I can see how he'd feel after what happened. He thinks I'm Kitch's girl.
Kitch's ex-girl.
Well, suppose Kitch heard we were going together and decided to make more trouble.
You don't think I can handle Kitch?
It's not what I think, Norm. But your brother might figure he had to step in again.
Again? What are you talking about?
Rod and Kitch got into a fight yesterday. Didn't you know? Norm, where are you going?
Rod! Rodney! Hello, big brother.
What's up, Norman?
I should really be proud of you, shouldn't I? I mean, it's not every kid that's got a big brother to fight his battles for him.
Knock it off, will ya? I didn't go there to fight.
Did I ask you to poke your nose into my affairs?
Listen, somebody had to tell this Kitch off for what he did to you.
That's for me to decide, Rod, not you.
You just got out of a hospital. You weren't in any condition to handle it. I was.
Well, maybe I didn't want anybody to handle it, Rod. Huh? Did you ever stop to think of that?
Listen, there's no point in arguing about it. It's done.
You've really learned your lessons well, haven't you, Rod?
What lessons?
From Dad, how to interfere in other people's affairs. You're really becoming an expert, Rod.
I think this is all very silly. You know that.
Is it? Well, maybe you don't think I can take care of myself, Rod. Maybe you'd like to teach me the art of self-defense.
Listen,
Huh? Would you? Come on, Rod. Come on, let's get with it.
knock it off, will you, please?
Come on, Rod.
What's this all about?
Oh, just a little exercise, Dad, a little exercise.
Were you two fighting?
Not yet. He wouldn't.
Well, I'm glad of that. I don't like the idea of you two swinging on each other. It's uncivilized.
What do you expect from people that live in a jungle? Huh? Dad.
Norman, come back here. Norman!
Let him go. Let him go.
Come in. Well, good evening, Mr. Hadley.
Wainwright, good evening.
Won't you sit down?
Oh, yes, thank you. Well, I feel I ought to get right to the point, not waste any of your time.
Good.
I understand the Harrington will litigation is before the court docket this week.
Right, that's why I'm here in town.
Well, I have some information I think can help you.
And what kind of information, Mr. Hanley?
It concerns a diary.
Your sister's diary?
Well, yes. You know about it.
I not only know about it, I've read it.
Carson gave you the diary?
No, I wish he had. He only allowed me to see it. I was wondering where he got the diary.
Well, it appears rain has seeped into the fireworks.
I beg your pardon?
My scene is fizzled. Expected to come here and give you all sorts of information, which, as it turns out, you already have.
Now, hold on a minute, Mr. Hanley. If Mr. Carson chooses to deny the existence of that diary, it'll be my word against his. But if a third party could testify that there actually is such a diary...
As I could, yes. Go ahead.
Well, then you substantiate my testimony. I'd be able to subpoena Mr. Carson to appear in court with the diary.
I see your point. Yes, indeed I do.
Oh, hi.
You need the exercise, or you're just trying to save bus fare?
Neither. I just missed my bus and I'd rather walk than wait.
Well, in that case, hop in.
Thanks.
You look a little tired.
Well, one patient died. He was so young, only 36.
Well, some of us have to die. Some of us have to go on living. Dying's much easier, really.
What an awful thing to say.
Oh, is it? All right. How about polite conversation? How's your father doing?
He's coming home tomorrow. It's a second trial visit.
Oh, good, good. I suppose it won't be long until he's permanently discharged.
No, I suppose not.
What will he do then, Sanderson? Reopen his insurance office?
No, I don't think so.
Didn't he work for Leslie Harrington at one time?
Mm-hmm. He was a salesman, a very good one.
Well, Harrington's quite the businessman. I wouldn't be surprised if he'd take him back. In spite of family differences.
No,
Well, I think he would.
that's not what I mean. My father wouldn't go back to work for him.
Really?
They don't like one another.
Well, what shall we talk about?
You offered me a ride.
Oh, right.
Preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
And when you take that diary into court, Harrington's not going to stop to think of Constance or Allison. He's going to tell the whole town the truth.
I promised Constance that would never happen.
No, really, Norman, I'm glad you have a girlfriend.
You mean you're not jealous?
Of course not.
Not even a little?
Well, maybe a little.
I've had a very difficult day, George. I'm in no mood to coddle your delusions.
Delusions!
You're still a sick man.
Thanks for the drink.